Hi, Chad Schwendeman, broker, owner of Exit Lakes Realty Premier, and welcome to my video blog. Today we're going to discuss how to pay off your mortgage early. New data shows that nearly 40% of all homes in the United States have no mortgages whatsoever. The highest share, the highest percentage, is 54% coming from West Virginia. Maryland and the District of Columbia are actually on the other end of the spectrum, with 27 and 24% having their mortgage paid off respectively. Many people believe a real estate dream is focused on the idea of buying a home and staying in the home just long enough to have some equity and move up to a different or bigger home. This may come as somewhat of a surprise. If you consider the idea of buying a forever home, or if you're already there and want to be amongst the almost 40% of homeowners living mortgage free, here's some great tips that can get you towards a zero balance. The first tip is switch to bi-weekly payments. Let's use some real life scenarios. So let's say you had a mortgage of $200,000 at 5% interest in a 30-year mortgage. Making a payment every other week would actually save you $34,328 in interest and would shorten the length of the mortgage nearly 5 years. That's pretty amazing for just making one extra payment per year. The second way to shorten your mortgage is by making additional principal payments with each payment. Obviously, the first part of your mortgage, the vast majority of the payment goes towards interest. So making an additional principal payment is really going to help shorten the length of your mortgage. Let's use a real life example. So let's say you have a mortgage of $120,000 at a 4.5% interest rate, a 30-year mortgage. That would give you principal and interest of $608.02 per month, making just an additional $25 payment on the principal would save you over $9,000 in interest over the life of the loan. Now, you're going to want to check with your mortgage company to make sure that you're allowed to make additional principal payments. This is a direct quote from Dave Ramsey. The last thing you want to have is prepayment or penalties of any kind for paying off that mortgage early. The third way to pay off your mortgage earlier is to go from a 30-year mortgage to a 15-year mortgage. If you can afford the extra payment, the higher payment, this is going to save you an enormous amount of money. Let's use this as an example. If you had a $250,000 mortgage over 30 years at a rate of 4.5% interest, the cost would be $429,674 in principal and interest payments by the end of the term. The total interest that you paid would be $179,674 for 30 years. The same loan amount at the same interest rate over 15 years would cost you $332,860. Total interest would be $82,860 borrowing for 15 years. At 4%, you'd only pay about 46% of the total interest for a 15-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage. That is a huge, huge savings. The other benefit of going from a 30-year to a 15-year mortgage is typically the interest rate is lower. So at the time of this video, a 30-year fixed mortgage at Wells Fargo is 3.875% interest. A 15-year fixed is at 3.125 interest. The fourth way to pay off your mortgage early is to make small sacrifices, says Dave Ramsey. This could be as easy as skipping Starbucks, not going out for dinner, trying to apply some of that money towards your mortgage. According to the Acorns Money Matters report, the average American spends $3 per day on coffee. That's around $90 a month that you could be putting towards your mortgage. This would save you over $25,000 in interest and shorten the length of your loan 4 years. Care about refinancing? The idea of lower interest rate is what largely drives refinances, but refinancing to a lower rate may not be the best move. If it means you're paying a bunch of fees and a bunch of closing costs, that eats away your available equity. If your goal is to get your mortgage paid off as quickly as possible, you may just want to leave your loan alone. I hope this was beneficial. I hope you learned how to pay off your mortgage early. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach me direct at 218-831-HOME. Again, I'm Chad Schwendeman. Thank you for watching my video blog. Have a great day.